But I do want to take a moment to look at this thing. So, I need to redress this. So let's read this whole letter. It's a post on the PS5 subreddit. It says, "Please think before getting the digital edition." So let's go through all of these options. I'm going to turn down the sound now that I think about it, or I'm just going to mute the sound. Keep forgetting that now that I'm not using the Live Gamer Portable or my capture card, that the audio is now connected at all times because of the desktop audio. So, okay. So first off, yes, it will save you $100 at launch, because it's about the same for us here in Canada. This is in pounds or euros or whatever, but it will cost you more after. The PSN store is fucking expensive. Yes. Let me make this very clear. I need to take the headphones off too, because I'm hearing the audio as well. Yes. Avengers is going to be full price on the digital store. You might be able to walk into a local store and get it cheaper. Maybe. Most places, no, you won't. At launch, you will not. At launch? No. No, you won't. Maybe in a month, somebody drops $10. Somebody drops $15. Depends on the game. But yeah, you might get it expensive on the digital store. You might. Do you have to get a game at launch, though? Well, that's the interesting thing. Bored with the game? Oh, I can sell for $30. Okay. You can. Yes, you can. That's the one thing that I will say about disc versions. You can at least sell your games back. Now, generally speaking, if I buy something physical, it's a game that I know that I'm going to keep. Generally speaking, these days, if I buy something in physical copy, it's a game that I intend to hang on to. So it maybe doesn't apply to me as much, but yeah, if you get a game and it ends up not being what you thought, you can always sell it back. Now, next thing up, he says, Infinite Warfare is still $70 on the PSN store. Sure. That's not up to PlayStation. That's up to Activision. I'm pretty sure that they have that control too. And yeah, you can get a copy of it for very, very cheap. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You know what you can also get really cheap? Infinite Warfare, if you wait for a sale. That happens all the time. I don't know if people have not noticed, PSN sales actually are pretty good. I'm not playing I'm defending Sony card here. I'm being a consumer. The PS Store sales are very good. And if you're patient, you can get things at a very good price and not have to go out of your way to go to the store, especially now in this pandemic era. You don't have to deal with people. You don't have to deal with customer service that has no shits to give about you. You just log on in the comfort of your home and buy it. That's all you have to do. It's really easy. So and as I'm finishing the thing here, with the news that PS5 PSN games will cost $80, physical is the way to go. Sony can have $80 games on the PSN store and never make them go on sale because, well, they can. You have no other choice when you have a digital console. Except Sony has proven time and time again that they will. Not to mention, they do things like the greatest hits, which puts these amazing games for $20. If you can wait long enough, you can get a really good game for really cheap. Not to mention that the PS Digital, or not the PS, the PS Plus collection that's coming out at launch is giving a bunch of free PS4 games away for new users, or even just users in general if you get a PS5. That's great. That's fucking great. Why would you not be interested in that? Sony is not Nintendo, guys. I've talked about this a number of times, not on the streams, but I know I've done it on the podcast. I know I've done it in separate videos that I've done on the YouTube channel. Sony is not Nintendo. Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition is cheaper than Breath of the Wild at its best. Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition's default price is better than Breath of the Wild's best sale price it's ever had. Sony actually gives a shit about its customers. It will take its time dropping a thing down in price. You can get, more often though than not, within the first 6 months, a major release will go down 25%. Tsushima's only been out since, July? Hasn't been on sale yet. Believe me, by about the end of October, I will not be shocked if it has a 20% off tag on it. And that's up to them. Now, if you're sitting here being like, I want Cyberpunk and I want it right away, yeah, you're going to pay for it. Of course you're going to pay for it. That's how new games work. But if you're talking a 2-year-old game, Give it a month. It's probably going to go on sale at some point. There are other things you can do as well. There's psprices.com. You can go and check on that. You can wish list all your games, and then I can't remember what the site is that I use, but it emails me. I think it might be PS Prices. It emails me and tells me, hey, this game is on sale that you wish listed. Now, hopefully, on the PS5, as we'll see with the user interface, I should say, that it will make you wish list stuff and actually tell you when it goes on sale, kind of like what Steam does. Hopefully they do that. So, look, I understand that that some people are freaking out because they think that because consoles are starting to go digital, that they think companies are going to take advantage of them. So then this is the solution to that problem, guys. Don't buy the console right away. Wait until 6 months in and see what the store content looks like. Pay attention to what the sales are on the PS5 store. Just look at a bunch of major releases. Like, take a look at Cyberpunk on the PS5, Miles Morales on the PS5. Even if you want to go Bug Snacks, Demon Souls Remake, like, look at all those and watch for 6 months where the prices go. If none of those games drop in 6 months, then we have a conversation. But I almost guarantee you that within the first 3 months, all of those games will have a 25% off tag to them on the store at some point, and some will be even lower than that. Stop freaking out about nothing. Stop freaking out about deals that don't exist. Who is talking about Avengers being $50 already? You know why that might be? Because the game is trash, and people have realized that it's trash for the same reasons that Fallout 76 and Anthem, for example, had the same thing happen, where they dropped exponentially in price because no one would buy them. So keep in mind that this specific example is pretty much null and void, and the Infinite Warfare example doesn't make sense either because the game has been $20 several times on the store. They don't drop the price and keep it there. It's a sale price. You know, when you go to the grocery store, a loaf of bread isn't forever $2 when you go in there and it goes put on sale for $2. No, it's sometimes $3. And that's what the normal price is. Once in a blue moon, it goes on sale. It doesn't have to stay at that sale price. Would it be nice? Yeah, of course it would be. But that's not how it works. The idea is that you put it on sale and get the people that are paying attention to them to buy it then, and then maybe a couple of people that get a new console or maybe didn't pay attention look at that and be like, you know what, I really want that game, I'll just pay full price for it, I got money to burn. That's what the point of that is. And if you're trying to tell me that the digital console is suddenly going to just be a, like, fascist dictatorship of a storefront, Sony has been not doing that for the entire life cycle of the PS4. What makes you think that the PS5 would suddenly do that? Just because it's digital? I really doubt that, because they have a disc version. So why would they alienate their customer base on one console? Because all they would have to do is sell it and pay. Because guarantee you, if people are really that desperate, they'll go to EB Games or whatever short store they want, sell the digital console, and get the upmark price so they can get the disc version for not too much more. That's what they'll do. So it's insane to me to think that because there's a digital version of the console, that means it's suddenly just never going to have good prices. I guarantee you that within 6 months of this console's life cycle, there will be some pretty decent prices on that store, like they've always been. And if by the time that June comes around, when I'm starting to think about potentially looking at buying a console, and I see what's been going on, if there's been some controversial stories in that 8-month period, then I will happily come back on this channel, whether it's in a solo video, on stream, on the podcast, wherever, and say, sorry guys, I was wrong. But I don't think I am on this one. So to this person, Exoboots on Reddit, chill the fuck out. If you really want to buy the disc version, buy the disc version. No one's stopping you. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the disc versions of the consoles are going to go away. Because collector's editions exist, because collectors exist, period. People would still like to have a shelf worth of games because they want to physically see them. I don't think for a second that PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo are going to turn into Steam. It's not happening anytime soon. That's my opinion.